Right. So the audience. So you've got quite a. Hi, Rizwana. You've got quite a. You know who your audience is. It's a young audience. You didn't explain how you're going to appeal to that audience in here. What is? I mean, it's obvious, but what are you going to do to? You know, that obviously everything you said had a lot of appeal to your audience, and in truth, I liked a lot of what you said, and it was a lot better considered than some other pieces of work that I've actually seen being made. But what is in there that's going to be unique and really hit your audience?
Well, I think what's unique about my audience is that
what is unique in your video that's going to attract them?
I think it's a different kind of type of storyline way, because I think most love storylines are like just breakups and stuff, but this one's like it's not very mainstream in terms of the love kind of genre. I think like because like not many people think about the friend that's just there. Like mainly girls, like they see the guy he's the friend. He's like just friend zoned.
So is the video for you?
No, it's not.
No. Is the video? That's half the question. For you, is the video about a bad relationship, or is the video about the friend zone?
I'd say it's about a bad relationship, but that's just something to make it a bit more different perspective.
See, I think, and I don't know what you guys think, but I think if you made it about the main focus is the singer, so Jason, I'm assuming, who's in the friend zone. You know what I mean by the friend zone, right? It's that the guys know what I mean. Girls, you know what I mean by the friend zone? Yeah. It's a point that a guy gets to with a girl, and then most of the time the guy's like, "Do you think like the McDonald's advert? So do you think we could be more than friends?" And then she's just like, "I see you as a brother," that kind of thing. Every guy pretty much has heard it, and every girl I would imagine has said it. So I think that's a more interesting angle, because I think that's what makes your video unique. And I think the video that you showed us, the first one, it was from his perspective. That guy he's just like, I'm seeing her, you know. Yeah. All right. What about the rest of your cast? The rest of your cast.
The rest of my cast?
Yeah. So you've got Jason, I'm assuming, as the main singer guy. I think that's a good piece of casting. But there's obviously two other lead roles in there, of the girl and...
the thing is, I didn't think of anyone who could play the girl or the guy, because I needed someone was a bit more reliable in those roles. But I haven't found anyone yet.
Dependent on who you work with, could you see yourself playing the role possibly of the other guy?
I think, yeah, probably.
Or, another one of your mates, possibly. And then the girl is something to think about, particularly in terms of ethnicity. So think about whether you want it to be a white girl, whether you want it to be a black girl, whether you want it to be an Asian girl. What sort of girl do you want to have? It's not very important, but it's going to help you make a decision over who you want to cast.
Yeah, okay.
I like the story. I think it was pretty clear as to what you're going to do in terms of that. What are you thinking about in terms of split screen?
Split screen. Well, split screen was meant to be like, so a situation comes up, and like the split screen would show at different points of like how it could go, but how it actually is going in a way. And I think that's why I think that split screen would be good to like engage with the audience.
I think that's a really interesting idea. I think it would work well. I think for that specific use as well, because often people use it to show like what's going to happen. People use a split screen to show what's two things that are happening at the same time, which I think is pretty lame. But I actually think that works well, and I think it's a good technique to use. And I like that you've done research into what you wanted to do. I think it's clear how it's going to be interpreted. It's clear how it's going to be narrative. The one thing I would say, in terms of your locations, South Bank could be quite hard to film on. I know exactly why you picked it, because it's perfect for the kind of thing that you're thinking about. For like some of the scenes, I'd say there's a lot to your video, but for some of the scenes, but I think it's going to be a really hard place to film in.
Do you need permission to film there?
You might get stopped from filming in certain parts there.
Okay.
But there is a lot of bank on the south of the river, so you can probably find somewhere where they're not selling books and stuff. Okay. Everybody else.
Okay, Nisha, you some stuff?
You still haven't got permission from your artist, right?
No, I still haven't got permission.
So you're gonna try and find another way you could contact them?
Yeah, I'm still trying to contact them, but I'm still trying to email, but I haven't got any responses yet. I'm trying to be strong with that. Which one?
What type of shots will you be using?
I'm hoping to use a lot of close-ups, a lot of maybe a lot of high angle shots, probably like just looking down at the thing to show a different way. And I think with a lot, like I said, a lot of close-ups, just to like engage.
How do you see the pace of your editing working in this video? Is it going to be slow paced or fast paced or what?
I was saying, like I said, I want it to be like in the middle. I don't want it to be like too fast or too slow.
But if you were to go one way or the other, say like you have to choose.
Oh, then I'll have to go a bit slow then.
Yeah, I think that's the good decision. All right.
Hello.
So who's your target audience? Like what age group is it?
Oh, my age group. My initial idea was 13 to 25, but I thought 13 was a bit too young, so I said I boosted it up to like probably 16 to 25. I think maybe in that age group you'll probably find something, a situation like that to go on.
How are you gonna make your art stand out?
Well, I was hoping the clothes would make it stand out, like to be like when they see the clothes, like the smart / casual, they think, oh yeah, that's the artist, that's sincere. That's what I was thinking.
And do you see the artist doing performance in the video and playing the guy in the friend zone? Like the first example that you showed us.
I think it would have to depend on location, like if I can pull it off.
I would say that would be your best bet. Again, I would say, so have him do some performance bits where he's singing to the camera, and then have him do some other bits where he is, he's sort of consoling the girl because her boyfriend's horrible and all that kind of stuff, and watching the girl, whatever else he does to buy this time.
Any more questions? Sid?
It's a relationship kind of song, right? So how do you add feelings to the video?
I think by the type of camera shots, like by the type of close-ups and type of angles that I use, I think that's the type of emotion. That's how I can grab an emotion across.
Would you think about like body expressions or facial expressions?
Yeah, I think what the body expression and the facial expression would complement how they feel and on the type of situation that's going on in the shot. Gareth?
When you're up in London, will you be filming and still having bystanders in the background, or will you try and take them out the shot?
I can't control London because I know there's going to be lots of people walking around, but I try to find a place where there's not too many people. I hope not to film on a weekend because I know I've been to South Bank on a weekend and it's a bit too ram. Ted?
And what are you practically spending the budget on?
The budget, the clothing. I hope my artist has them. I mean my actor, and most of the stuff I think most people have. But if anything comes up, I'm willing to spend say if it's transport or something. I'm hoping to cover that. Any other questions?
Have you got any permissions to shoot at those locations?
No, I haven't got permission to shoot those locations, but I think I need to do more detail on those parts.
I noticed there was a parody written there in the conventions.
Parody? Oh, sorry, I think I put that in there, I think...
Just for the list, basically.
Yeah, for a list. Anything else? Yes, Rita?
Would you use any techniques?
What techniques are you talking about?
Like green screen?
I don't think my video needs green screen in a way, because I think all the resources and locations that I have, I think, are accessible.
Okay.
Anything else? Aaron?
Me knowing Jason, do you think you could really rely on him?
I think if I tell him that, if I actually grab hold of him and tell him that it is actually for a project, I think I can get him round, because I think if it came down to work, I think he would be serious about it.
The one thing I would say about that, and I rewatched a lot of the videos from last year, and it occurred something occurred to me is that typically there was usually one person in each group, so in your pair, who was in the video and was actually a star within the video. So the singer was often played by somebody within the video, because if you need to reshoot anything, or if you need, say, any extra, typically you're probably going to be shooting, you're probably going to need at least 10 hours of somebody's time, often more. So it's just something that's worth thinking about there, and this is a message to everybody thinking about your casting. Cast really carefully. Holly?
You only explained like one of your locations. I was wondering why you chose the other ones.
The other two were meant to represent like the streets, and the balcony was meant to be like the overlook onto what's going on. But like I said, the main part was going to be the South Bank, because I think the South Bank, that's where I can tell most of the story. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you.